to another lesson that is part of the TI-30XB student course. In this lesson, we'll be looking at using the function table for a linear function. So let's get started with the function y equals negative 2x plus 3. So press the table button to get started, which is just next to the clear. And because I haven't used this before, it's completely empty. But anytime I come back to this from now on, it will have a function in there. So negative 2x and plus 3. So we can see we've got that gradient value of negative 2 and this intercept value of 3. We can press enter and it asks us where we would like to start. I'm going to start at negative 4 today. So make sure you use the negative button, which is down next to the enter and not the subtract. So negative 4, and I go down, and then it asks, well, how much of a step would you like to increase the x values by? Let's just leave that at 1 unit for now. I then have the choice of to auto-generate a table or to ask X. Let's auto-generate first of all. So head down to the OK and press enter. And here is my table. And what we can see is when x equals negative 4, the y value is 11 because negative 4 multiplied by negative 2 and then add 3 adds up to 11. When x equals negative 3, we can see that y value decreases from 11 down to 9. And when x equals negative 2, we can see that decrease again to 7. And that's that effect of that negative 2 as the gradient. Now we can scroll through the list. So I could scroll back through my x values to negative 5 or to negative 6 if I wanted to know what the y value was when x is negative 6. I can see that it's 15. But I can also scroll forwards through the list by pressing the down button, and I can find when x equals negative 1, when x equals 0, and so on. But the x equals 0 is pretty important because, of course, that is where we find our y-intercept value. So that 3 is the coordinate for the y-intercept, 0, 3 as the coordinate pair. And we can keep scrolling through, and what we see is after a little while, the y values start to become negative because we are decreasing. Okay, what about if I wanted to find the y value for a number other than an integer value of x? Well, I can also do that through the table feature. So let's quit from here. So second quit. So I'm back to my calculate screen, and then let's go back into the table. I still want the same function, negative 2x plus 3, so I press enter. But what I'm going to use now is the Ask X feature. So let's go across to that and press enter, and then press enter on the OK. And it is setting up this blank table where we can put in any x value we like. So if I wanted to get quite a way away from those early values, I could have clicked through the list, but here I could put in my values like 220 and press enter, and I find the y value is negative 437. Or I could put in perhaps a value like 15.7 and press enter, and I find the y value is negative 28.4. Remember, the function is multiplying the x value by negative 2, and then it's adding 3. But what about if I wanted to put in a negative value? Well, I can certainly do that too. Let's put in negative 143.5 and press enter. And there we get the y value is positive 290. So remember, anytime you want to leave the table, it's second and the quit button. And when you come back in, your function will be sitting there. But you can, of course, play around with that and put in some new values here and have a look at those tables. So you might like to go back and get an auto-generated table. There it is there. That's it for this lesson. Goodbye.